Hey geeks, before we get started, make sure to do your boy a favor, like, subscribe, leave some comments on the video, let me know what you want to see in the future, and make sure to check out our giveaways playlist because we got some great giveaways coming up.
Where to begin with this figure? Let's go. Alright, McFarlane's The Witcher Wild Hunt. Geralt of Rivia. Oh, how you've caused problems. So, I pre-ordered this from Walmart, got delayed. Couldn't find it anywhere. Eventually ordered it from CMD store in Canada. Then it got caught in shipping hell. It took 17 days to get here. And the day after I got it, my Walmart one showed up. So I thought everybody had these in hands by now, but I was on Reddit yesterday and I saw a lot of people are still waiting. So I don't know if Walmart overbooked, but this thing has been an issue. I should have reviewed this about a month and a half ago. So anyway, no more delays. Let's go ahead and rip it open. If you follow this channel and you saw my review for the 12-inch version of this, you'll remember my disappointment at the articulation there. So I was really excited to get this one because I like the look of that quote-unquote action figure, but I really wanted to be able to move and pose it, and this is basically a miniature version of that. So let's rip him open and see what he's talking about. So I like the peekaboo windows on the side of the box. It's a different design than the usual just big open square. There's the bottom half of the side. The other side has the Witcher logo. And there's the top half. For some reason they put a Chippendales ad on the back of the box. 22 moving parts. We'll see. Top of the box. Barcode if you're still hunting for it. The Witcher Wild Hunt. Finally, Geralt has come back to Rivia. Wild Hunt booty shot. Accessories. Alright, so it looks like he comes with a severed werewolf head and a long sword and a standard sword. Yep, that is a severed werewolf head. I wish they'd use that gunmetal gray paint here so it would look a little bit more realistic. This light gray looks real plasticky. Standard sword. I think McFarlane included those stands because he was just a nice guy and he really cared about his customers. But after buying a lot of McFarlane toys, I'm realizing now that they just don't stand up. Alright, so here he is, the Witcher. So first thing I noticed taking him out the package, that hair is going to stop that head from turning the way you want it to. A lot of times with action figures you'll see the skin color is really off. Great example is the McFarlane Mortal Kombat wave that came out recently. Who was it? Sub-Zero skin was off, Liu Kang's skin was off. So it's good to see that they kind of got this one right. So he looks good. I'm loving the chainmail. I don't know if he's exactly the same as the 12-inch, but he looks darn good. So let's check out the posability. That's what's going to be the real killer here. All right, so let's check out his articulation, and that's really going to define how great this action figure is. Peekaboo! The face looks a little bit stiff and kind of lifeless in the eyes. Now, it's pretty accurate to the game, but I wish there was some kind of expression on his face. He just kind of looks like he's waiting for something spectacular to happen. Now, his outfit, man, the crafting and the coloring on there is fantastic. You've got the different colors of leather there. Does this lift up? No, necklace does not. But when you look at it, it looks a lot more expensive than it is. And it looks like almost like those are soft goods that you can take off, but they're definitely not. There's Midtown, same detail. Loving the browns on the leather. It looks really realistic, and that is a definite plus. And those boots look good, only ruined by those silly ball joints there separating the foot from the calf. I don't understand why he uses those. Here's a close-up look at him from the back. As you can see, the sheaths for his swords are both different, so that's a nice touch there. And the fine craftsmanship continues all around the back. You can see the separate leather lines. There's even a little string there that would be used to tighten the mesh around his waist. That's pretty awesome. You can see behind the sheaths here, they've got other tassels hanging off on the sides. Close-up of that chainmail. Very fine detail. Same on the shoulder. Got this leather piece here coming in. Wish they didn't hollow out the inside of the sheaths, because when the swords aren't there, it looks janky. And so with this head, he is essentially always looking downward. So this is the camera straight on. You can see that you can't look him straight in the eye. Turn to the side, you see that he's glancing downward. Now, because of his hair back here, this head does not move back. And then again, it may not even be on any kind of barbell joint. It may not even be on a barbell joint, I'm just assuming. But if we try and tilt it down, yeah, so it does tilt down. Just does not go back because of the hair. And looks like the collar. So he can look down and downer. Ever so slight tilt to the left, you can barely tell the difference. A little bit more range to the right. And that's what passes it straight up, in case you didn't remember. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have liftoff. That's as high as the arms go. They go parallel with the shoulder. Now these chainmail guards, they do lift up. They're soft rubber. So when you're lifting the arm up, this middle one will buck up against that, so you gotta lift that to get it under. You see when I pull it back down, those two edges will meet. Oh, slid under that time. So I'm telling lies. Lies. Okay, that's working out just fine. But you may have to do what I did and lift it up just to kind of get it in place. There's the range going back. So you can see it comes right around a little bit behind his back. But up front, there's no kind of butterfly joint. So you have that gap there between the bicep and the chest. It's not coming in any farther. 360 at the shoulder. Yeah, 360 bicep swivel. There is no forearm swivel. You do get 360 at the wrist. And that ball joint can go in any direction, so you can get a repulsor blast. Hold my hand. Kiss the ring. And if you had a pistol, you could turn it horizontally, and you'd be able to get a pistol holding grip. Double jointed elbows, you get better than 90 degrees. You can see you can scratch his ear, and you can touch his face. I'm floating. I'm floating so you can see my arms. Alright, what about those abs? Alright, so underneath that chainmail there is an ab crunch. And I'm not sure why, but there's a big indentation there. I'd like to see what's behind it because it feels like he has no stomach. Does get a little bit of range going backwards. Now, he's not on a swivel joint. Listen when I bend his waist. pops. So he's on some kind of intermittent hinge joint. And most of McFarlane's, actually, I can't think of McFarlane I've gotten that it doesn't have that smooth swivel joint. So that's an interesting choice there. Sounds like the old legs on the old Barbie dolls. I haven't seen a Barbie doll in years. And don't ask me why I know what Barbie doll legs sound like. Alright, he's scooching that booty up. Can he can? Yes, he can. Any questions of whether he could ride horseback or not? They are answered. Double jointed knee. Get good prancing range there. He is almost able to kick his butt. Can we? No, really stiff, but he gets close, right above the butt. That's pretty good range. Disappointingly, there is no thigh swivel and no calf swivel. Meh. Ball joints on the feet. He's not doing much moonwalking. Toes don't point straight down. But you see, they have the articulate here. And you can see he has articulated toes that point straight up. And watch out on yours. I have some stray white paint here that I didn't see before. So check yours when you take them out of the package. And also, this hook here, it is not removable, even though it looks removable. It's very flimsy, so be careful with it. Don't pull on it too hard. Look at the studs on his hands. I really dig those. I somehow missed them before. But they look good. They stand out. Nice silver paint. So, what really is strange with this one is, while the articulation isn't bad, once you put the weapons in hand, you can see where it's really lacking. Like the way he's holding the sword is very awkward for me to get both hands on it, and I play with the wrists and the elbows to get a good angle. But then on top of it, his head, because it's looking down, it just doesn't look right. Like I wanted to have him with his legs kind of spread apart, him raising the sword slightly over his shoulder, and then him looking up and straight ahead. But instead, he's gazing down. Hopefully his enemy is 3 feet tall. I don't know why. Maybe if I bend him backwards, but that's just silly. So you have to bend his back all the way back like this for it to get to look like he's looking ahead. So I'd have to, if I want to take a picture, I couldn't take the whole body, I'd have to zoom in to make it look like he's looking ahead. And here's another awkward pose. Maybe somebody out there better than me at posing could send me some pics or tag me on Instagram, but I'm just not getting anything I like out of this. The poses just look stiff and awkward, and that stoic face, I mean, there's no emotion, it just doesn't do it for me. Alright geeks, so there he is in all of his glory. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know some of you are probably going to kill me in the comments, but I gotta call it like I see it. I'm not happy with this figure. Now, I'm not saying this is the worst figure of 2021 so far, but it's definitely the most disappointing to me. Because of all the figures that have been announced and I pre-ordered, this was probably in my top 5, or actually definitely was in my top 5. And I was really excited for it. And while standing there, he looks really good outfit-wise. I like the paint on the face, but again, I don't like the facial expression or lack thereof. I don't like the fact that it didn't come with an alternate head. I don't like the fact that you can't really do anything with the head because of the hair. And the leg articulation, all you have is the knees and the ankles. The arm articulation is wonky, and he just doesn't look good in poses. And I mean, he doesn't look bad, but it just looks really awkward. Like, he's supposed to be badass. You're supposed to be able to make some pose of him that just look like, man, oh, he looks so real, and it's coming out of this world, and oh yeah. I mean, he's supposed to look like he's about to kick ass. Instead, he just kind of looks like he's the Witcher's stunt double or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting. Let me know in the comments. Don't be too harsh on me. I'm devoid of sleep. So go ahead, sound off in the comments. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me. Let's talk about it. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Even if you don't like it, helps the channel out. I don't have to come to your house and do mean things. Turn on notifications so you know when all my videos come out, and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Share with a fellow geek so that way the channel can grow. Got a giveaway coming up, 1,500 subscribers. We're about 40 away, giving away a Marvel Legends Age of Ultron 2-pack with the Hulkbuster and the Hulk in it, so you don't want to miss out on that. Alright geeks, thanks for the support. Till next time, Stoic face out.
Yeah.